Well, that's one, Avs fans. Welcome back, hockey fans. Welcome in if this is your first time to the channel. I'm Josh. This is the Hockey Flow, and tonight it's Wednesday, June 15th, 2022. Avs Lightning Stanley Cup Final Game 1 just wrapped up. Tell you what, I couldn't have asked for a better game as a neutral. Lightning fans, I'm sure you guys are a little disappointed. Avs fans, I'm sure you're over the moon. But we'll get to that in just a moment on Today in Hockey. First, we got to get to headlines. Do have a couple of those. Philadelphia Flyers fans, you'll be pumped. Well, maybe. Then we'll get to our observations from tonight's Game 1. Then we got a real fun one. Article deep dive. We're going back to the hockey news. You know, Cale Makar is getting a lot of press right now. Best defenseman in the league. Best defenseman in the world, top 3 NHL player. What about Victor Hedman? I tell you what, I love the guy. I'm a huge fan, and he kind of gets forgotten, especially right now with Makar in the press. So we're going to take a look at an article by Adam Proteau. I tell you what, it's a fun one. Stick around for that. If you do enjoy the content, take a moment, like the video, go ahead, subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate it. Helps us out a ton, especially as we're just getting started out. And you'll never miss a video, as I will be bringing them to you daily. Let's get right into it, shall we? All right, headlines. Like I said, Philadelphia Flyers, big news today. I guess last night, John Tortorella has reportedly been offered the head coaching position. So I don't know. I know a lot of folks fall on either side of the coin for Mr. Tortorella, but I say you guys are getting a legend, right? I believe he's second all time in wins right now. So excellent hire. I think, you know, the Flyers fans, some of you guys want to rebuild. Let me know in the comments which direction you guys want to take. But if you do want to win some games and be competitive, I think we can. I think Tortorella can do something with you guys. Got some good pieces in place, absolutely. All right, Stanley Cup. This one's a little on topic, absolutely, but it's not going to make the trip to Russia or Belarus. I mean, with everything going on, you know, our hearts go out to those in Ukraine affected by this and over in Europe. But the Stanley Cup, you know what? It's not going to make it overseas, and I think that's the right call. But yeah, moving on. We got a game. We had a good one tonight. I tell you what, I wanted the bloodbath, and we got it. We got it. Overtime thriller. Colorado did come out victorious 4-3. I did pick the Avs to win the game, Lightning to win the series. Check out the video yesterday. We did a big in-depth preview, and tell you what, some of my predictions came through. So definitely check that one out. I left the link down in the description for you guys. But these are my 4 observations from tonight's excellent game. First and foremost, this is going to be a fun series. My goodness, that first period alone. I know the Lightning didn't necessarily pick it up right away, but you could just see the speed top to bottom on both teams. It's just so much fun. Constant back and forth. They are pushing each other. This is what playoff hockey is all about. Am I right? Now, Avs power play versus Tampa Bay penalty kill. I could sit there at the end there as the game was just about to go to overtime. I tell you what, I could watch that sequence all night and be content. I even said it over on Twitter. Come give us a follow at the HockeyFlow22. But I don't know. It's just magic to watch. The Avs have so much star power. Makar, McKinnon, Rantanen, Landeskog had a great evening tonight. Nichushkin, if we're going to talk about depth, give me a moment here. We're going to talk about depth, but that Avs power play is just so dynamic and so fast. In Tampa, they are so disciplined. They defend as a team. I know we talked about Cirelli, and we talked about Cirelli in our X Factor video a couple days ago as well. Boy, he's just fun to watch. It wasn't enough tonight, right? The Avs did get one on the power play. They were 1 for 3 tonight, but I really look forward to watching this battle as the series goes on. It's all about the effort that each team is putting in. It's just magical. Avalanche could have had a few other goals if the shots weren't right at Vasi, in my opinion. But that depth shown tonight for the Avs, and even for the Lightning in some ways, right? We see Nick Paul with a goal, Palat gets one, Sergachev gets a goal. It isn't the usual stars. We didn't see Kucherov, Stamkos, but same token, we'll get to in just a moment. The Avs depth, though, really stood out tonight. Nichushkin, we called him out as one of our players to watch, and he did not disappoint. Couple points tonight. Great pass, great goal. Josh Manson might be deadline pickup of the season. I mean, between him and Lehkonen, I think the Avs did win the trade deadline. We can put a rest to that. And Burakovsky gets the game-winning goal in overtime. Who would have thought, right? I thought about putting him in my X Factor video, but he hadn't been seeing the ice as much. I know he was injured, but even before that, he's in a healthy scratch at one point. So just again, speed speaks to the depth that the Avalanche have, and it was on full display. But last but not least, for Lightning fans, where's Ross Colton? What's happened to the gentleman? No points in 6 games now. 6 games. I believe he was 7 in his previous 5 before that. But yeah, no points in 6 games now. Not for lack of effort, right? You see him over there. He had a nice chance in the game tonight. But yeah, you gotta start producing, right? This is the time. This is the moment. So moving on into game 2, I really expect the Lightning to bounce back. I don't know if they're going to win it necessarily. Colorado, that home ice advantage. I don't know if we talk about the altitude enough. I spent quite a few years in Wyoming at 7,200 feet, so about 2,000 feet higher than Denver, and after a while, you get used to it, of course, you acclimate, but when folks would come and visit and play us opposing games, it was always fun to watch, right? I remember watching Andy Dalton suck down the oxygen tank once when TCU came and visited. That dates me, but I digress. I really look forward to game 2. I think it's going to be another bloodbath, hopefully, overtime. I'll be selfish. I want another OT game, right? But let me know in the comments, what are you guys looking forward to with game 2? What'd you think of game 1? I love talking about it with you guys, but all right, article of the day. I know the Avalanche won, and Cale Makar is kind of all we're talking about, but he didn't have a point tonight, right? The stars didn't really shine as bright for the Avalanche. It was more about the depth, but with all this publicity, we're kind of forgetting about Victor Hedman, aren't we? And he has been one of the most dominating defenders in the last 10 years or so. But this article by Adam Proteau, excellent article by an excellent author, another great one from him. I'm sure we'll visit him again real soon. Get ready for Victor Hedman, the monster. And that's right, he is. He's a monster, right? We do tend to forget about it, especially when Makar is doing so many dazzling things, right? Victor Hedman does things more the conventional way. He's also 6'6", right? So it's a little tougher for him. Even his magic with the stick is a little tougher to really appreciate in those short windows. But Makar's getting all the attention, right? So what about Hedman? He had his best season offensively this season, 20 goals, 65 assists, 85 points total. He was excellent. He was also excellent defensively. And unfortunately, he does get singled out when he does make an error, but everyone makes mistakes, right? We're all human. He makes less than some people, but because we expect perfection, anytime he makes one little slip up, we kind of focus on it, right? But Hedman, this is a quote from Mr. Proteau himself. Hedman is just smart, efficient, and has a sky-high panic threshold. You rarely, if ever, see him rattled. And I agree, absolutely. He does make Vasi better. The article goes into a lot more detail, but he does talk about how Hedman makes Vasi better with his instincts, vision, and savvy positional play, right? He's that savvy vet. He's been in the league 10 years now, so he's got that level of maturity. Now, Cale Makar shows that in his game, too, and I want to make sure I state this for everyone. I'm wearing a Cale Makar jersey. I am one of the biggest Cale Makar fans out there. I do believe he's a top 3 NHL player, but I love the sport of hockey, right? And I want everyone to get their due. And Victor Hedman is just a different flavor, if you will, right? Like you love Cale Makar, well, you can love Victor Hedman just as much, and that's what this is about, and that's what Adam Proteau is saying too. We just don't want to forget about Victor Hedman, right? We got to appreciate him while he's here because we can't take him for granted. Awards do not mean everything. Victor Hedman's won the Norris, right? Maybe he has an incredible series, wins the Conn Smythe, but awards don't always mean everything, right? Chris Pronger, he might be my favorite defender of all time. Growing up, I loved watching Chris Pronger in the Blues and just following him throughout his career. Let's go Oilers, baby, that penalty shot, absolutely. But he only won 1 Norris, right? Nicholas Lidstrom won 6. So sometimes we forget to appreciate when someone is just amazing and elite consistently, and that conversation, who's a better defender, let me know in the comments, which side do you stand on? For me, I was a Chris Pronger fan, but that doesn't take away anything that Nicholas Lidstrom did, right? So again, let me know in the comments. So but what separates Hedman? And Adam Proteau did a good job of unpacking this, and the thing that he really hammered home was that he never panics. His mental fortitude and his consistency in his play, and I agree, again, just absolutely, that is one of the things that makes Victor Hedman so special, is his consistency and his mental fortitude. Between him and Vasi, Cooper has nothing really to worry about on that back end. He knows that they have the mental advantage, and that just speaks volumes, right? Now, humble, and he's underpaid. Victor Hedman will never say it, but the man's making under $8 million a year. That's highway robbery. Cale Makar is already making over 9, and Cale Makar is only 24. Victor Hedman's 31. Victor Hedman may be on the downswing, I guess you could say, but he's never complained, never said he's underpaid by any means. Let me know in the comments, do you think Victor Hedman's underpaid? I do think he's probably worth a little more than that, but considering the cups and the team first attitude, doesn't surprise me one bit. So again, After 10 years in the league, let's celebrate Victor Hedman as one of the best defenders in the league. He's been in the league now for 10 years. We can't take him for granted. We got to appreciate why he's here. He's in the Stanley Cup Finals, leading the line for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Cale Makar's there too. This back and forth is excellent. But let me know in the comments, what's your favorite part of Victor Hedman's game? Who do you prefer, Victor Hedman or Cale Makar? I'd love to hear what you guys say. I'd love to debate this one with you. Absolutely. But that's going to do it for the video today. We got game one in the books. I love it. We do got a giveaway going on the channel right now as well. We're just getting started out, right? So I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for the support so far. As we get our way to 100 subscribers, I'll give you a little more info on what we're going to be doing for the giveaway. It's going to be something hockey related. Going to be a jersey, maybe an autograph, maybe just a gift card, right? Let you guys choose. But whatever it is, it's going to say, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. That's why we do it, right? We love hockey and we want to grow the game. So until tomorrow, cheers.